Welcome to Morning Message for August the 18th. Well, I'm just standing here in St. Paul's church. I'm actually in the church now. I'm kind of looking at the screen here, wondering if it doesn't look like I'm in front of a picture of St. Paul's church, that I'm actually sitting at my computer somewhere with one of those fancy doodads that gives you different backgrounds. But maybe the mic is picking up a little bit of an echo inside the church here, so you can actually tell that I really am in the church this morning. What I wanted to mention today is just an explanation of two words. And if you've been a member of a parish that I've been involved with, you probably already know this. And that is that many years ago, like hundreds of years ago, in England, when it was time for the harvest, young men would be taken out of the universities and colleges in the main centers and sent into the farmlands. They were kind of conscripted. They didn't really have a choice in this. They were forced to go out and help with the harvest, because they didn't have the automation that we have now. I have a friend who's a blueberry farmer, and he tells me he doesn't ever have to touch a blueberry. It's possible to be a blueberry farmer without actually touching the berries. Well, that wasn't true all those years ago, and so the students would be made to go out into the fields and help with the harvest, so that everybody, at least anybody who can afford it, were able to buy product and eat. And that was known as a vacation, believe it or not. And that's because the precincts or the residence that these students lived in would be vacated for that period of time. That's where the word vacation comes from. People made to leave their schools or whatever and to go out into the farmland and help with the harvest. So that's where the word vacation comes from. The word holiday, on the other hand, is very different. We think of holidays as being synonymous with vacations, and that's certainly how we use the words today. A break from the norm, a break from what we normally do, so that we can spend a week or a weekend by the seaside, or skiing, or touring, or doing whatever it is that we do. But the word holiday comes from holy days, and they might be days that are set aside for an opportunity to worship. And worship is about recreating ourselves in some way. And I've spoke recently on one of these morning messages about recreation versus recreation, that in a very real way those two things are connected. And that's seen particularly in the sense of holidays, that this time that we take apart from our work or whatever it is that we're normally doing is an opportunity for us to recreate ourselves. That recreation should recreate us, and that this is part of a good, healthy spiritual life as well. I remember last year the Archbishop of Canterbury decided to go on a sabbatical in the midst of a pandemic, and he received a great deal of criticism for that, and I think that criticism was unfounded, that it is necessary for people to recreate themselves, to reconnect themselves with the holy, with God. And that's what what we call today vacations can do, our holidays can do. That's what this time away from what we normally do can do for us. It can help build our spiritual strength as well. It's a time of rest. It's a time of recreation. It's a time for connecting with family, connecting with other people, and to build that strength and energy and joy that we will have when we return and continue on with the busyness of life. We can do that with greater energy, greater joy, and therefore greater success, however we happen to be determining what success is in our work. All of that to say that today I'm beginning my holy days, 2 weeks of holy days, an opportunity to connect with family, an opportunity to build that energy back up so that when I return in September, I can do so with enthusiasm and with joy. That's what that kind of recreation is intended to create in all of us. So you won't be seeing morning messages for the next 2 weeks unless I get inspired in the middle of my holidays and decide to record one. But otherwise, please be patient and wait until September before the appearance of another morning message. So in the meantime, my hope and prayer for you is that God will continue to bless you in your life. God bless. Amen.